One of the things that we love to do is we love to bring you artists. With us now is a stylist, and his name is Christopher Banks. Welcome to the
Thank
show.
you so much. Thank you.
So we met in Long Beach.
Yes, we did.
You did this fabulous fashion show.
Oh, thank you.
How did this start for you? How did becoming a stylist start?
I was in the shower one morning and I was in a little loop in my life trying to figure out where I wanted to go, what was my purpose, or just trying to do something great. And I've always had the visual to look at somebody and create an outfit. I've always just had that in my mind. And I just went with it one day and I did my first showcase. And then from there on, I just kind of things just started to open up for me.
And I thought it was funny because I said to you, I was like, well, you were naked and you were thinking about
Yeah, yeah,
fashion. And
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah.
But I think sometimes when people are most relaxed, that's when this
Absolutely,
inspiration just pops right
absolutely,
in.
absolutely.
So you had always been around fashion
Always.
growing up. And so here you are, and you said, you know what? I want to be a stylist. I want to
Yeah.
have my own brand.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the first project that you worked on? You just called up some friends and said, you know what? I know what looks good on you. Let's do some
Yeah.
photos, or what happened?
Well, I was like, okay, I want to be a stylist, but what's the first thing I could do to put myself out there? So what I did was I got in contact with the library
Okay.
where I'm in my hometown, and I decided I want to do like a showcase, a fashion show with music, and I just get like 10 models, and we'll do like 5 different style sets, and I'll just do a showcase just to get my stuff out there. And then from there, after that showcase, June 11th of last year, about a month after that, I just started writing people I knew on Facebook, people I knew in my community. I would ask if they could bring clothes with them to my house, and we would do 3 style looks and just do pictures from there, and just how I got my resume up.
And when we met, the one thing, because I love that Live It Up song. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all of a sudden you're playing the Live It Up song. And I was like, oh, I need to interview him because
Yeah.
that's how I live. So I live in the land of serendipity, and
Yeah.
magical things happen to me all the time. So you also have that same experience. You have a couple of mentors that have been
Absolutely.
helping you. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Amazing to
Okay.
Miss Joanne Phillips, just an amazing woman who just came into my life so randomly. I don't believe it was random. I know that it was God. The same night that I met you, she just happened to be getting an award at this event. And from like when I first got out there with my models to the end of my showcase, she was right there. Like she was coaching me, get out the way, I'm trying to get pictures with your models, coaching me on. And she was just so very, I can't even give the word. She was just everything.
I call her other centered.
Yes.
I meet people in
She's like
life that are
Superwoman.
so like not self centered, but they're other
Yes,
centered. They're
yeah.
really vested in another person
Yeah,
and their success.
and that's what I got from her, and she meant every word that she said. From then to now, she has been such an amazing impact in my life. So it's so many, but Miss Joanne Phillips is just amazing.
And lovingly
shout out
also
to
known
her.
as Jaybird.
Yes,
Because,
Jaybird,
She's
yes.
a journalist,
Yes.
and she's got all these schools and these foundations
Everything,
and
everything.
celebration of the arts, and
Yes,
she's got the
and
New
then
York
she's in a
Rocks, and
funky
she's
band
yeah.
and everything. It still has that energy to just
She's
keep
like
going.
12 women in
Yeah,
one.
in one.
She really
in
is.
One.
And who else? Who else do you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to God.
Okay.
First of all, that is just my everything. God, I don't know where I would be without him. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be together right now. So I always give God the greatest because without him, I'm nothing. My parents, my family, just so many, my pastor, my church, just everybody. I mean it.
Well,
just
and one
giving
of
me
the things I asked you, Chris, is I asked you if we could really talk about anything.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that we did discuss is that there have been times in your life where you've just decided maybe you would rather not be here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and I know a lot of people in our audience that go through a lot of variety of things.
Yes.
Whether it's mental illness or whether it's depression or whether it's just sadness or maybe it's just
Absolutely.
challenges and things aren't going our way, right? What was the moment that you hit bottom, but then you just heard something that made you say, give it one more day?
I believe it was God. It was 2 years ago, and
Okay.
it was just a weird space in my life, being a young male, getting out of high school, trying to find your way. It's hard. And I always had the love and support around me, but I just got to a place where I just felt like nothing was happening. I grew up loving music. I felt like that wasn't happening. I wasn't loving myself the way that I was supposed to love myself. And for a week straight, I was saying to myself, this is what I'm going to do. And my friend happened to have some pills laying, and I remember coming home from being in a relationship that wasn't good for me. And I remember coming back home and I said, okay, this is it. And my friend buzzed through the door and she saved my life. And
And then the inspiration came.
It came.
And then you found your path.
Yeah.
And now you're working and you're
Yeah.
healthy, you're happy, you're vested, you're doing great things.
Yeah.
You know, and you're doing showcases all over the place. What do you got coming up? You got like multiple states, you got things that are happening for you now.
It is. It's exciting. I'm just so humbled. I don't I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just so humbled. My next showcase will be later this year. I'll be
Okay.
celebrating my second annual.
Yes.
Last year and now this year. And I have a lot of things coming up.
And people like you. Your
Yeah.
social media is so great. Like I see you post something and you have a lot of support. You got a lot of family,
so
a lot of
grateful for
friends.
it, yeah.
You know, and I think that's what it takes. Sometimes we all have down times. And you just
Absolutely.
got to like, you know, just
You have
keep
to
going.
You have to stay in that foundation because it's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to get discouraged. But when you can just find a certain amount of people who love you and just motivate your spirit, because I know some days I just feel like, because I'm so hard on myself, I want to style somebody every day. I have so many creative ideas, so when I kind of feel like it's not happening, I find myself going backwards. But I know I've come too far to go backwards. So with the love of you and the love of so many who don't even know me but just pour into my heart, that's what motivates me, and that's what I want to give back. You know, the style and the fashion, all of that is great, but this is the foundation.
And when you're born with a creative talent, you know, sometimes it's a little more different because you are blazing your own trail. You know,
Absolutely.
and I respect all the people: butcher, baker, candlestick maker, the
Takes
accountants,
all
the
of us.
doctors. It takes
Yeah,
everybody,
takes
right?
everybody.
But I have found
team.
sometimes when you have a 9 to 5 job, right? You're doing your 9 to 5 job,
Yeah.
right? But sometimes when you're creative,
happy.
your brain works a little
Yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah.
And so it takes a little extra effort
That's
to be
true.
self-motivated,
That's true.
self-disciplined, to wake
Absolutely.
up every day and to bring it. So,
Absolutely.
But we wish you all the best of
Thank you
luck.
so much.
And we're here for you.
Thank
and
you
I know
so much.
great, amazing things are going to be happening, and we're going to be watching your journey.
I'm excited.
Christopher Banks.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned for more on Live It Up, empowering you to follow your dreams.